children, welcome again to our maths class. In the previous class, we have learned how to solve the exercise problems, that is word problems in exercise 2.3. So the remaining problems we will continue today, right? So come to the fifth question in your fourth question in your textbook, that is which is greater? Which is greater? Okay, so in the given fractions, that is 2 by 7 or 3 by 4 or 3 by 5 or 5 by 8. These two fractions, which one is greater? So greater. So to compare the symbols, to compare any fractions, we use less than, greater than or equal. These are the comparison symbols. Now we will find that among these two fractions, okay, here number of fraction 2 by 7 or 3 by 4 and 3 by 5 or 5 by 8. Which fraction is greater? First of all, we write this one 2 by 7 or 3 by 4. How to write this? 2 by 7 of. Half means you have to take into, okay, 2 by 7 into 3 by 4. That is equal to. Okay, so you can simplify here, you can cancel 2 ones, 2 twos. That is 1 into 3 by 7 into 2. 3 ones are 3 by 7 twos are 14. Okay, after that, second one, 3 by 5 of 5 by 8. 3 by 5 of 5 by 8. How to write this one? 3 by 5 into 5 by 8. Right. Is there any simplifications here? 5 cancel. You will get 3 into 1 by 1 into 8. 3 ones are 3. 3 ones are 8. Okay. Now 3 by 14 or 3 by 8. Which one is greater? So how can you say that here the denominators are different? Okay. Suppose in the whole numbers 4, 2. 4, 2. Which one is greater means we can say that directly 4 is greater than 2. But in the fractions, how can we say that these two fractions, which one is greater? At the time, you have to find the and convert them into like fractions. Okay? Find the equivalent fractions of 3 by 14 and 3 by 8. So for that, now I am finding here the LCM, that is 14 and 8. So this method also you can apply here, that is 2 sevens, 2 fours. So after that 7 ones 4, 2 ones 2 twos, 2 ones 2 ones. Now multiply the factors here, 2 into 7 into 2 into 2. That is 2 sevens are 40, 2s are 28, 2s are 56. Here 3 by 14. So we have to show the denominator 56. For that you multiply the numerator and denominator by the 4. You will get 3 fours are 12, 14 fours are 56. Similarly, okay, 3 by 8. 3 by 8, how to multiply here? Here also you multiply the numerator denominator by the 7. Then only you will give the denominator as 56. That is 21 by 56. 8 sevens are 56. Now compare two fractions. 12 by 56, 21 by 56. See here, the both denominators of these two fractions are same. Okay, now just to compare numerators only. 12, 21. 12, 21. Which one is greater? 12 is greater. Or 21 is greater? Yes, 21 is greater than 12. Okay, so you have to show here 12 is less than 21. So 12 is less than 21 by 56. Whose fraction this 21 by 56? That is, therefore 3 by 5 of 5 by 8 is greater than 2 by 7 of 3 by 4. You have to find this one like this. So clear? Okay, come to the second one. This is the same procedure you apply. You have to try yourself. That is fourth question. Second one in exercise 2.3 homework. Okay, now you have to try yourself. Right. Okay, children. Now take your textbook. Come to the fifth question. What is the word problem? Salient plants force saplings in a row in her garden. The distance between two adjacent saplings is 3 by 4 meters. Find the distance between the first and the last sapling. Here the question belongs to, see here, Saili plants 4 saplings. That means small plants she has planted in her garden. How many? 4. Okay na? So the distance between the first sapling and the second sapling is how much? 3 by 4. So here you have to find the first and last sapling of distance you have to find. Okay, how to find that one? See here. See here children, the distance between first and the last sapling of distance we have to find. First of all, Saili planted how many plants in a row? So in a row, okay, here in this row, 4 saplings. These are the 4 saplings. These 4 saplings she has planted in a row. Okay, the distance between, it is first sapling, it is second, third, fourth. The distance between two adjacent, this is, so that means first and second distance is how much? 3 by 4. Similarly, second to third, 3 by 4 meters. Third to fourth, the distance is 3 by 4 meters. Okay now what we have to find? The first and the last sapling. That means here we have to find the gap between the first and the last sapling is how much? Very good, 3. So that is 1, 2, 3. That is 3 into 3 by 4. You will get 9 by 4 meters. Very good. This is the answer. Okay, word formation we can write here. The given, what they given, we can write. First of all, the distance between two adjacent sapling is 3 by 4 meters. Okay, 3 by 4 meters. Saili planted how many saplings? Saili planted 4 saplings. Saplings means small plants. Okay, now 4 saplings in a row in her garden. Okay, then the number of gap between the sapling is, then the number of, that means the gap between the saplings, is 3. The gap here 3. So we have to find the distance between first and last sapling. First and last sapling is, very good, 3 into 3 by 4 meters. You can multiply 3 3s are 9 by 4 meters. 9 by 4 we can write it as a mixed fraction. 2 4s are 8. So sorry, here 4. That is 4 2s are 8. You will get the remainder 1. We can write it as 2 1 by 4 meters. 2 1 by 4 is the answer. Is it clear? Right. What is, how much the distance between first and the last sapling is? 2 1 by 4 meters. Okay, is it clear children? Copy that. Right. The sixth question, see, Lipika reads a book for 1 3 by 4 hours every day. She reads the entire book in 6 days. How many hours in all were required by her to read the book? So here the question says as Lipika reads a book. Okay. So that a book given information is about the how many hours she is reading every day. Yes. Suppose here see the Lipika reads a book for 1 3 by 4 hours. Right. She reads the entire book in 6 days. So the total book to read the total book how many days she has? She has taken 6 days. Okay. How many hours in all were required by her to read the book? Here asking how many hours to in all her days. 6 days she has taken to complete, that means to read the entire book, 6 days. but how many hours they are asking. Hours we have to find. So we have to find that first. For every day 1 3/4 hours, okay, then entire book, if she want to complete that in the 6 days, okay, how many hours it will take. So how many hours, how will you find this one? Okay, just you multiply total hours into how many days, then you will know that how many hours she is taking, right? Okay, first given information we can write here. What is that? First of all, we may write here time taken by Lipika to read a book. So to read a book, how many hours? How much time she is taking? That is 1 3/4 hours. Okay, right. So she reads the entire book. She reads entire book in how many days? 6 days. Given information, she reads the entire book in 6 days. Now, total hours taken by her to read the entire book. To read the entire book. Okay. So, how can you calculate here? 1 3/4 into 6 days. Convert into improper fraction. 4 1s 4 plus 3 7/4 into 6. You may simplify here 7/4 into 6 here. 7 6 are 42/4. Write this one. That is 4 42. 4 times are 40 and 2 is the remainder. We can write it as here 10 2/4 hours. So how many hours she is taking to read the entire book? 10 2/4 hours. So then we will write finally thus 10 hours. 10 hours. But simply we can write here 10 hours were required to 10 2/4 hours required by her to read the book. Okay na? Right. Okay. See children, in the 7th problem, a car runs 16 kilometers using 1 liter of petrol. How much distance will it cover using 2 3/4 liters of petrol? Okay. See here, a car runs 16 kilometers using 1 liter of petrol. Car using how many liters of petrol? 1 liter of petrol to how much distance? 16 kilometers. Okay. How much distance will it cover using 2 3/4 liters? So for 1 liter of petrol, so 16 kilometers. Then 2 3/4 liters of petrol, how much distance it will cover? So how to find this? By using the unit method also you can calculate. Okay. So right, this one I am giving to you homework. Can you try this? Yes, I hope you will do this. I am giving to you this one homework to you in this exercise 2.3 7th question. Car problem we have to find in itself. Right. So 8th question saying provide the number in the box such that 2/3 into dash is equal to 10/30. Here we have to write the fraction. So given fraction, after that what we have to write? That one in the simplest form of the number obtained. So given here in the 8th problem, 2/3 into dash is equal to 10/30. Okay, 2/3 into dash is equal to 10/30. Here, yes, equal fractions. 10 by 30 is the equivalent fraction of what? See here, we can check here 2 by 3 here, the denominator 30 came. So how much number if you take, then it will use 30. So how many, which number? 10, very good. 3 times are 30. So then here 5, very good. 2 5s are 10. Okay, 5 by 10. 5 by 10, the simplest form is what? 5 ones, 5 tens, that is 1 by 2. So here you may write in the box 5 by 10. 5 by 10. So I will find here the equivalent fraction just to by which number multiply we will get 30, by which number multiply the numerator will come 10. Only that process you have to apply there. And see the second B problem same procedure. 3 by 4 into dash is equal to 24 by 75. Here see. So by which number 3 multiply you will get 24. 3 8s are 24. So 75 by 5 15. Okay now 15 5s are 70. So for this the simplest form is 8 by 15, simplest form. Okay, so we can write it as 8 by 15 only. It is the simplest form. Is it clear, children? Very good. Copy that. Okay, children. So one more chapter we will discuss now, that is division of fractions. Okay, up to now you have learned how to multiply a fraction by whole number and fraction by another fraction, right? Similarly, in the division of fractions, division. So what is mean by division? Division is nothing but you know that it is the repeated subtraction and it is the inverse of process of multiplication. Okay, suppose here 10 chocolates are there. 10 chocolates are there. 5 students. So how they will share that one? So how they will share? So they will share 5 students into 2 chocolates. How? 10 by 5. That means 5 ones, 5 twos. That means each person will receive 2 chocolates. That means equal sharing, right? Similarly, in the division of a whole number by a fraction, how? We divide division of a whole number, one whole number by a fraction. How we can divide division of a whole number by a fraction? Suppose see here 1 divided by 1 by 2 is there. Division of a whole number by a fraction. How we can divide this one means already I said to you division is the inverse process of multiplication, right? Here 1 divided by 1 by 2. 1 divided by 1 by 2. 1 is a whole number. 1 by 2 is a fraction. 1 by 2 is a fraction. So then I am writing here 1 is a whole number in the form of a fraction, that is 1 by 1. And what did I say? The division is the inverse of multiplication. That means 1 by 2 will become 2 by 1. 1 by 2 will become 2 by 1. So that is called the reciprocal of 1 by 2 is 2 by 1. 2 by 1. Now see here it is easy, 1 into 2, that is 2 by 1 is nothing but 2. This is the division of a whole number by a fraction. Not only that, the division of a fraction by a whole number. See, you may take here 3 by 4 divided by 3. Okay, division of a fraction by a whole number. By a whole number, how we divide that? See here, 3 by 4. Actually, we can write it as 3 like this. But here there is no denominator. We can write the denominator as 1. Right? Okay. So 3 by 4 is the inverse of multiplication. That means it becomes 1 by 3. 3 by 1 becomes 1 by 3. That means that is the reciprocal. 3 by 1 reciprocal is 1 by 3. Right. Now 3 ones, 3 threes. answer. Like this we may divide the fractions by a whole number. Suppose the division of a fraction by another fraction. Another fractions, you may take any fraction that is 2 by 3 is divided by, okay, take one more whole. So okay, another fraction, that means I am taking here the mixed fraction. Mixed fraction by whole number. How we divide this one? 2 3s are 6 plus 8. First convert into improper fraction. 2 3s are 6 plus 2 8 divided by 3. Okay. After that only we can divide. Don't directly. We may not divide this one. Right. After that what we do? 8 by 3 into 1 by 5. So we write it as 8 by 15. 8 by 15. So like this we can calculate. Right. Okay children, see the next one. Division of a fraction by another fraction. See, up to now we have learned the whole number by fraction, fraction by whole number. Another fraction means I am taking here 1 by 2 divided by 1 by 3. Okay, two fractions, how to divide? Same procedure, 1 by 2. So this total will become reverse, that is reciprocal, 3 by 1. Then you multiply 1 3s are 3 by 2, 3 by 2. So like this you can multiply, you can divide any fractions. Mixed fractions also you may divide. See here 2 1 by 2 divided by 1 2 by 3. How to divide these two mixed fractions? First procedure is convert into improper fractions. 2 to the 4 plus 5. 1 5 by 2 divided by 1 3 is a 3 plus 2 5 by 3. After that 5 by 2. So reciprocal of 5 by 3 is 3 by 5. So next step, 5 by cancel, you will get 3 by 2. You can divide like this also. Okay. In this class we learned the division of fractions. The division of a fraction, whole number by a fraction, fraction by a whole number, and fractions by another fractions also. Okay, by practice I am giving to you in your textbook. Today your homework take in your textbook, that is page number 44 and 45 is there. So you have to try these problems. In the page number 44 and 45, try these problems. Try these problems. Okay. So today this is your homework. You have to solve these problems neatly in your notebook and send through the Google form.